Hi Aquarius, welcome to your July 2025 reading. I'm going to start by looking back at June when we connected last month. We talked about you needing to make a decision that you've been delaying as it relates to your relationships. Then we'll use two deck of cards and some charms to look at July. So I do timestamp below if you like to skip ahead to the messages. Otherwise, let's get into getting our cards. So looking back for Aquarius, relationship space in June, did they make a decision that they were delaying? I believe it was regarding a specific connection or what was it? Maybe it was a scenario, something had transpired between you and the connection, and I think it might have been a message about it being time to kind of talk about it. So let's see what happened there. Look at the other cards. Just move these out of the way. Push these over so they're more on camera, not falling off here. And now let's look ahead to July. Any surprises? Anything to look forward to? Anything you need to be prepared for? Try again, maybe. Let's see. Relationships for Aquarius. Maybe there's something specific you're wishing for as it relates to your relationships or love, because for some reason I just felt like you're wishing for something. So let's see. Okay, let's get our additional clarifying cards and then we'll get our charms on top of that. So let's see. Again, these are for July for Aquarius. Quite a bit of mixing up there for you guys. I guess they wanted some charms at the bottom, or charms that had shifted to the bottom here. I think we got one more coming down. Couple. Oops. I'll push that one back on the cards. When I fix up and kind of tune into the charms here. Okay. Okay. Being sheepish about something, tentative about something. Maybe this is the decision you were supposed to be making that you still haven't done yet. Some kind of apology here between a couple people. Okay. Some kind of big change here happening in the home space. Maybe your relationship with your house is improving, or maybe you're feeling more comfortable at home, or maybe the opposite. I don't know. That's kind of what that would be about in terms of home space. Would be your relationship with that environment, how you feel towards your home. We have a strong connection here, a nice bond here. But we need to peel back the layers on this in order to change your perspective. History here to peel back and look at. Okay, Aquarius. Just gonna tune in. Let's start with looking back at June here, about this decision you were kind of delaying. You weren't putting any action or effort into. So let's see here, what do we got? mean, there's effort. I mean, you did stuff in June. I just don't know if it was put in the right place. And the reason why I'm saying that is, for some reason, they're making me feel like these two flowers are awkwardly placed at her waist. Like they're not supposed to either be there or be there yet. Like if she's conducting this symphony, this orchestra, they're kind of playing when they weren't supposed to play yet, but she's just going along with it. So I got a feeling that maybe your energy wasn't put all in the right places in June, and purposefully so. So a bit of a purposeful distraction here, maybe further delaying on this decision here. I'm getting the saying million and one things. So I don't know if you Aquarius watching, if you were kind of pushing back on me saying, well, what was I supposed to do? You know, where was my energy supposed to go? And I have a million and one things. Kind of feel like that was your energy for the month, sort of overwhelmed. With these commitments, these relationships, you know, some of them were didn't require too much of your attention, while others had you kind of doubling back and kind of spinning around here. I wonder if that's the relationship to the home that we're seeing here in July. I wonder why they're saying you've warmed something up here. Or maybe just turned something on in June. Like you ignited something. I guess maybe that's why I'm seeing sort of light and flame kind of come on here. So I feel it's separate from the tasks, I guess, or the chores, the relationships, the connections that you busied yourself with in June. But in doing so, it's like you ignited something. They keep drawing me here to the butterfly effect, right? The ripple effect. So I think the lack of decision, this delay, you know, this purposeful delay you've been doing in order to not address a connection, that in itself was an action, and it has caused now this ripple effect. You have ignited something here. So let's see here in July what your inaction ended up being an action. What butterfly effect, what ripple effect have you caused here? Or I should say caused. You've ignited, you've started. Use the same words that the angels are using. Okay. So for July, I think we'll start with this home environment because I keep talking about it. I keep getting drawn here. So change to, whoa, wow, okay, that just ran away completely under the table. Not sure I'm gonna be able to get it. Okay, so we'll remember it was the turtle. So the turtle is change, but it was my larger turtle. So that's your soul. So I think that's coming back to this butterfly effect. Probably why I'm coming here. Maybe that's why he just took off on me. I don't know why your soul just took off on you there. Maybe that's the feeling. Maybe that's what this butterfly ripple effect will be. You'll feel like a connection has just left you, right? Your soul is gone. The turtle charm is gone. It has left us. It has left this reading. And maybe that's the change here to the home environment. You know, it kind of affects family dynamics, right? When there's a change in terms of something leaving the home, something being taken out of the home, taken away. Oh, I almost forgot we had our little half moon there. You know, maybe you did an overhaul. Maybe you've been donating a lot of stuff, and therefore, again, there's stuff that have been moved on. Maybe it relates to this connection. Maybe you did a purge related to a connection. Yeah, look at all this emotion, right? With the water guardian coming in. You know, July is, you know, you're wrapped here in emotion. I can't remember if it was Aquarius's reading that I saw crying in the home in June. I think it might have been Aquarius. But what I like about this is it's not stormy. She's smiling. So I think the emotional space is getting better. I still think you're quite emotional, but it's better. If there are tears, they're fewer and far between. And maybe it's because you have that change in the home here, right? The significant change is pulling you out of the sadness here, the crying, the kind of crying in the home space, right? She's transitioning from her blues into her happy human form here. I wonder if the change is the new thing in the home. Maybe instead of it's something purged, it's something added, because the night is both coming in. So for those of you where it makes sense that you would have space to bring in a new partner, or they're bringing you something. So this would be like a helper that's brought you something for your home space here, and that's why you're happier. The soul, the turtle, is also a charm that symbolizes ask for help or help. So in July, there's somebody here in your home space. Either they're a new person or there's someone helping here in your home space, and it's making you happier and happier the more the change is happening here in your home environment. You're loving your home environment more. You're not crying. You're not sad. You're not depressed in your home environment anymore. So that's a very nice relationship change. Okay. I think I'm going to go sideways over here with this time, this ticking clock, this countdown. We're on the caution light here, so we're at the time is almost up kind of message. We haven't yet talked about this decision you've been delaying on regarding a relationship. So maybe this is the countdown here. Your clock is counting down. Your angels are letting you know the time's running out here on being able to resolve a relationship or situation with more ease, right? The longer we delay, the harder it becomes. Now we have a poor influence. Sometimes this can be ourselves, right? Allowing ourselves to talk ourselves into or out of stuff. It's kind of how the energy I'm feeling right now. So maybe you're making up excuses to allow you to say yes or no to different commitments. This is commitments. This is also reoccurring, ongoing. So this could be an ongoing, reoccurring poor decision you're making. You know, a more negative habit or behavior that you're kind of giving into, a choice you're giving into. This could just be like, you know, choosing to binge watch TV or eat too much of one thing. So, you know, it could be your relationship with food and drink. Those are the examples I just used. So be careful. Or this is a commitment that I feel like you shouldn't be doing or not doing as doing it so much. Maybe you're seeing this person too much. They're monopolizing your time and you've got things to do. And maybe you're putting other people off. but there's a, you know, a caution light that was on this card, and also time. So maybe it's time to kind of change that cycle, right? This loop. And then we have this forgiveness here, this conversation between two hearts. So a deep connection. There's balance that needs to be restored in this deep connection. So an apology, some kind of sign of gratitude or support needs to be given in order to restore balance here. So let's see if in July you know who that person is, and if you're willing to give or receive. You know, maybe you're the person receiving. You definitely need to speak. We saw that up here, right? The energy, I kept saying the energy feels like it's in the wrong place. It wasn't up here at your throat. You know, you were playing music from every other part of your body but your throat. And here we have, I'm actually surprised I didn't put the wolf charm on here, but you know, needing to say something, needing to speak up, speak out. You know, maybe this is you saying that you expect or need this apology, if that's you, or this is you kind of making the better decision here, right? Okay. Interesting. As soon as I saw this card, I was hearing push and pull, tug of war. I don't know if this is tied to the commitments, and you're feeling like people are battling over your time, and maybe that's the negative influence there. So again, you're just making the bad decision of just saying yes to everyone versus saying, I'm saying yes to this person and here's why. I can't help the other three of you, right? So you're overextending yourself, which is a bad habit to get into. Now I'm hearing, now it's kind of transitioning here. So it could be for the other Aquarius people. I was getting like Star Wars here. I was getting the good versus bad, but more the balance, right? The balance in the force, the light versus dark, not good versus bad, light versus dark. So sort of that white and black of the charm, the soccer ball charm, which is all about balance. So restoring the balance, you know, embracing the power of the Jedi. I have no idea why they're giving me Star Wars references here. I don't know, maybe the angels just like how it looks like the lightsaber. I did recently watch Spaceballs as well, which I absolutely love that movie. It's hilarious. Maybe that's what they're trying to get me to express to you here, which is like, stop the fighting, right? Put balance back. I don't know if this is family, but restore the balance, and like remember the fun, remember the funny, because I went from Star Wars, which is more dramatic, cinematic, to the Spaceball version, which is the spoof, the satire, right? The comedic. You know, there's a lot of scenes that are, you know, alleviated with laughter. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. So if you are suffering with any kind of family drama, you know, the angels kind of want you to, you know, stop with the tug of war and get back to the games and the laughter here with the family members or members. Like, why are you coming ready to fight? Like, why is your lightsaber here drawn already? Okay. Let's head up. So in the intro, as I was tuning into the charms here, I was seeing that there was a deep connection that you need a different perspective on, or you need to be willing to kind of change your perspective, your current perspective on it in July, and really peel back the layers on it. For some of you, definitely feel like this is a love relationship. Maybe this is an ex you keep going back to, someone you keep forgiving, or someone you keep thinking about. You know, maybe it's somebody you think was your soulmate, was the one, and they're definitely not. You know, if you think you missed out on a connection, on a love relationship, you haven't. You know, go ahead and peel back the layers and you'll see for yourself. You know, it wasn't all rosy here as I kind of touch a flower, right? Change your perspective on it, making sure you're seeing it for what it is, which is, it's not a rose, right? This is a flower. And what I find interesting is they have the half moon here. And they're really drawing me, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but they're really drawing me in on his kind of frown here, which is, you know, if you were to change your perspective on this connection, you'll realize that you were not satisfied. You know, you were barely even half fulfilled. It's actually not even a half moon, right? It's kind of a quarter moon here. So again, peel back the layers, make sure that you're seeing this relationship for how it actually was, how it actually currently is, because you're not being satisfied. It is not a dream come true scenario. It's almost like you're forcing yourself to believe this is a dream come true person, and they are not. Interesting. Compass, direction, lantern, direction, you know, go off on this path. Why are you staying here with the snake in the grass, right? Why are you hanging out with the snake? Why are you hanging out with the frog that you kissed and didn't turn into a prince? He's still a frog. You know, this is the connection that's a narcissist. You know, this is the ex that apologizes and for whatever reason convinces you and influences you, right? And all they're doing is keeping you from going off in this direction where your angels want you to go, right? Your angels want you to go in your soul direction. The snake is not your soul direction, that path is. So you need to let go of a connection here. You're chasing, you're pining for and chasing and talking yourself into a person, a connection that is not right for you. Not healthy, not good for you. They are not the one. They are not a soulmate. They are not a twin flame. They are not a dream come true. They are nothing but a delay on your soul journey here to a better, positive love relationship. So get away from them. They're just going to keep biting you, stinging you. They're going to keep, injecting their venom in the term of like a narcissist, right? They play with your mind, your emotions, right? A viper, right? Emotional energy viper here. Okay. Whoa. Almost flew out of my hand there. So lightning striking. We've got something new. You know, birth to something brand new. You're kind of scared and anxious. Maybe that's why you're sticking here. It's because you're scared of having to start something new or try again. But the angels want you to. They're striking this. If you want your soulmate, we'll bring them to you, but it's not this person. And we're coming right back to not talking. Well, shyness, right? If you're not out there speaking and socializing and dating, how are you going to meet your soulmate here, right? How are the angels going to allow lightning to strike the two of you and your souls to pass here? So, you know, there is encouragement for those of you that this relates to. Please don't be afraid or scared of trying to start a new connection, trying to have a new friend, a new companion. Could be a new pet, could be trying for a child again. You know, you might be with the wrong person for a child. and they're kind of just leading you on, right? They're holding you in place with this desire, but if you looked at the relationship closely and peeled it back, you'd probably see that they're not someone who even wants a child. So don't be afraid of new connections here. Starting something new, trying something new. Yeah, here's more direction. Everything's about kind of the direction up here in your top row for the month of July. You know, look where you're going right now. And right now you're at a standstill, right? Your cat's going nowhere. Your hermit's going nowhere. And then look past that, which is where you're not going, to where you want to go. Well, this is where you want to go, right? You want happiness, abundance, prosperity, satisfaction in your home space. So now we're back to that big change here in your home. Maybe that's why the soul turtle took off. I'm not sure why I was trying to merge all those words together. Right? The soulmate up here. Your angels kicked him away because we have a knight in shining armor here. So you got to get this other relationship stuck on your brain, whatever relationship this is that you're hung up on here, Aquarius. You got to move past it. You know, the future that you're wishing for and you're looking for and you're looking at, you don't have it with that person. You have it with this new person. You know, they come in with everything that you want. Didn't I say the knight was bringing in something? If you weren't looking for love, they were bringing you something. Well, if you are looking for love, you need to go after this new knight. Get rid of that. Well, like I said, the turtle's, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's pretty much at the back of the wall of this desk, and it's a pretty deep desk. So, you know, early on, your angels kicked away this perception, right? Change your perception. This person is not meant for you. They are not your dream come true. Look at them closely. Kick them out. Kick them to the curb, because you got newness over here. Lightning's going to strike you over here with this new opportunity, this new chance, right? New relationship. Whatever your dream is here, whatever that future relationship dynamic you're looking for, right? That perfect animal, the partner to have children with, trying again for that child, just having a new friend, having friends, making friends, right? To get in that space, you got to do that big change in your home environment, but you got to change your perspective on this connection for sure. And then, like I said, there's this gentle little family kind of thing over here of, you know, you got to make the peace and bring the fun back, you know, otherwise you're going to kind of be stuck. So let's connect back in August and let's see how your story kind of unfolds in August. Let's see if this, well, I guess we got two stories. So let's follow this story thread and let's follow this home space, this kind of family over commitment space. We'll see how you guys did when we connect back next month.